Other than that, we didn't totally experience anything other than documenting our experience. What I found in research actually was when, I believe before the sergeant ended up moving into the house, they had a security company go ahead and keep watch on it. And one of the stories is that one of the security guards reported being hit on the head by a supposed blunt object. And as far as I could tell, they have never solved that case. So it's a possibility that maybe that what he was experiencing was that Bruce Rouse getting hit on the head. There's another one that probably, I would say some men haven't heard about it. Anyone has heard of Sunnybrook Asylum at all? No. No? You have? There you, okay. Sunnybrook Lane? Yeah, exactly, that area. Well, actually, it was not an asylum. We'll find out more here. Located in Ingleside Fox Lake off of Wilson Road. It was not actually an asylum, but one of two utopian communes. The Spirit Crew Society started using the land in 1903. Jacob Beilhardt was the founder of the organization and also friends with C.W. Post and the College Brothers, which actually, in Battlefield, Michigan, had a commune themselves. After Beilhardt's death, there were the claims of the sanatorium took place. These claims are still not confirmed. We got to go there a few times before they actually turned into the subdivision that is there now. There were remnants of what looked like hospital beds, and some garages, as well as another house. You can see graffiti from all sorts of different types of satanic symbols, gangs, and whatnot. It was actually really more of a gang hideout when it was abandoned. We actually have some video of the place. Scott Marcus, I don't know if anyone's heard of Scott Marcus. He's actually another researcher from this area who wrote a book called Voices of Chicago Grave. And we got to get video as well. We actually, before we even knew each other, we actually went to the place during the same time period. And we're the only ones who actually have video of this place. Of course, once again, it's currently knocked down. There's actually subdivisions in that area. Now this, by far, is probably my favorite. St. Pat's Cemetery, located in Wadsworth off of Dilly's Road. Do you believe in Mary Worth? That's really what this comes down to. This is what comes to mind when you first hear about St. Pat's. Apparently her story has been traced to this property. She was once a supposed witch during the Civil War. She would take runaway slaves and do horrible rituals to them on them. And of course, a partial of the story is true. People know that whole area, along with the Mother Red House in Libertyville, Gurnee, are actually part of the Underground Railroad system. So there is some truth behind some of these claims that were made about this particular area. When the locals found out about her crimes, they decided to execute her and bury her body near the St. Pat's Cemetery, which was most definitely outside the cemetery. After some years pass, a farmer buys the property that Worth lived on and decides to make use of it. He did not know of its past, but was aware of the claim that a girl had committed suicide on the property before. One day, with intentions to clear some of the land for selling for oats, he had found a square boulder and thought it would be nice for a stepping stone. It was that day forward that strange things started to happen for his family. He then thought of returning the rock to the place where he found it in hopes of the occurrences to stop. It was claimed that he had never found the correct spot, and so on, the occurrences still began. In 1986, the house burned down, allegedly due to arson. The property was bought a few times over. One owner planned on building on it, but went bankrupt. This was also the same thing for two other contractors who tried to build on the property. Finally, a contractor was able to build on the property, but later the homes had mysteriously burnt down, and nothing was built on it since. So, what have we done with LCGH? Well, I've been to that particular area numerous times over the years. I've never experienced any of the claims that people have, but I have felt, once again, pressures, disorientation. Like I said, I've been there numerous times that I should have known the areas that I was in where I've become also disoriented and I can't find my way out. Going there and doing the research, I actually was told by school friend during the time. She supposedly lived in that area, and she told me and made claims that her sister was a witch and they used to practice back there, and that's how I found out more about the Merrywood and the property was basically because of a friend from high school. There was a body of a stripper that was found there during the 1990s, 1991. I'm trying to remember the date, but there was a confirmed body from a stripper from the adjacent hotel that you see on 41. That's where supposedly this man had taken her and killed her and then dumped the body in that particular area. Of course, being there numerous times, I had actually run into the Winthrop Harbor Police Department as well as the Lake County Police Department, and they gave me some very good information into this area. There is occult activity that seems to be going on in this area. Almost every time I talk to the cops, this is one of the main things that they bring up, is this activity. Some of the other stories that I found out was mostly, of course, involving the occult, but seeing a woman walk around into the cemetery, as well as seeing cloaked men vanish into thin air. And another was actually seeing, I believe, a ghost dog of some sort. During the, I think the 70s, there's actually a property right next to it, that a campground. And a couple of, maybe about 7 or so years ago, we ended up talking to people that owned that campground, and they told us of some stories that were told to them from the previous owners of that campground. And most of them were weird sounds, seeing just weird things, quickly like a shadow or something like that. We still, I'm sorry, I'm a little